with me. And until next time, earlier I had Jake Bruce out here for CC Daniel, Dan Paris saying good night, everybody, and so long for now.
Maybe Third Rock Cave, or maybe even Crazy Weight Wrestling. It doesn't even matter because you know what? My name's written all over it. We've got a cruiserweight tournament tonight, and let me tell you, you've got Tony Giuliani, you've got Nick Fury, you've got Shane Steele. First round, I'm going to advance. Second round, I'm going to advance. Third round, fourth round, fifth round. You see a pattern here? I'm going to advance either way. Tony Giuliani, Nick Fury, and Shane Steele, you call yourself cruiserweight? I call you wrong. Wrong's on my ladder to success. You don't believe me? Here, look. Tony Giuliani, Nick Fury, Shane Steele. Oh, look, I'm at the top already. You see what I'm saying? I'm coming home with the gold. Tonight you're going to find out why too much of a good thing will kill you. Get ready for an overdose of your new addiction, Crazy K. We got this cruiserweight tournament here tonight. Tony Giuliani, you're the first stepping stone on my way to the top. You call yourself the best around? Well, I'm the best all around. Let's see, for starters, I'm the best in the kitchen, the best in the classroom, the best in the ring. I'm sure as hell the best in the bedroom. And tonight, you will know why they call me your ecstasy thrill without the pill, Shane Steele.
You know, Shane Steele, there's a lot of people in Third Rock Wrestling talking. And what they're saying is that I'm the favorite to win this cruiserweight title tournament. I mean, we've had our rounds all over South and North Carolina. But believe me, tonight you're going to find out why I am the favorite to win and why I will win the Third Rock Wrestling cruiserweight title tournament. The Bringers of Death, Thug, Morbid, we came here for one reason and one reason only. We're here for them tag team straps. Lewis Brothers, y'all ain't got what it takes to go through the BOD. You're the first opponent we're going to go through, but you ain't going to be the last, because at the end of the night, me and the big man here, we'll be going next for the tag team titles. Ain't that right, Thug?
Yeah.
So Lewis Brothers, the Third Rock Wrestling Tag Team Champions, you're looking at them right here. Might not be today, but when it's all over and said and done, this is the ones that's going to be carrying the straps.
I got a match tonight with Viper, and I'm a hardcore match, and then I'm going to hit him with stuff, and I'm going to break things over him. And then I'm going to come take the title, and then I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to be the champion. That's because I'm going to be the champion. And it is hardcore. And it's hardcore.
Let me tell you something. When Third Rock Wrestling decided to hold a tag team tournament, they decided to call up the #1 tag team in the world. They called Bad Medicine in. You know, we got these guys, BOD, Body Odor Direct. Then we got the Norton Lewis Brothers. And then we got Twisted Steel or Twisted Purdy or something, I don't know. Let me tell you something, fellas. When it comes to tag team wrestling, there is no better than Bad Medicine.
And I only got one thing to say. This Bad Medicine don't go down with sugar. I'm here tonight at Third Rock Wrestling, the tag team tournament. I ain't got no partner. But Wicked's got one thing to say. He's got a man, we'll just say, he's pretty twisted. We're taking over on this tag team tournament tonight.
Viper, you and Mack Truck tonight, 3 RW Tag Team Champions, the Symphony's Destruction, Viper Mack Truck, the Brothers, along with the fabulous Playboy. We are going to go home with the gold. Mack's not here right now. He's got a few things that he's handling tonight. It's the gold. It's us, baby.
Let me tell all the other tag teams something here in Third Rock Wrestling. Me and Mack Truck's the favorites for these belts, so you better watch out because the Symphony of Destruction's about to do a little destruction.
Along with the fabulous Playboy. The gold's coming home with us.
let's go through the Bible Belt of America. But I thought it was written in the Bible that God created the earth in 6 days. And on the 7th day, he took a rest. But you know, on the 8th day, you don't write about the 8th day in the Bible. One of God's angels said to God, he said, God, you got something. He said, with all these animals and all these people and all these plants that you created, you need to have a restroom. So in the 8th day, God created the one of the 4 pair of lungs. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dan Paris, and welcome to Third Rock Wrestling. This is the first show for Third Rock Wrestling. And tonight we'll be having a tag team title tournament. Look here. You keep your foot on back up there. You are a faggot up in there with pants on. You stand out here talking about all this experience you got. I don't know what you got experience in. But my God, I've been doing this for 22 years for a living. My brother's been here for 16. We done kicked that brother's ass and took all the things we need to take. But maybe we could add one more to the damn league. Bring it on, old man. You got 20 years. Bring it. You bring us to a hole with a lady in the ring, just call me an old man. Hey, you know what you are. You said it. Get your panties and take your ass off. You stop my fucking way. Well, there's no respect. We've got a situation going on where some people are talking some trash. If you were a little gentleman, you should have called them. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Flatline! Hey, you don't talk about my manager. First of all, listen, man, if you can put your head on your t-shirt for 2 seconds. Look, the button that says play, that wasn't the right song. You at least got the right daggone button. Now, for all you backwoods, knuckle-dragging, inbred, hillbilly rednecks, you all need to stand up and show proper respect to Tony Giuliani. And don't call me Barney! Do not call me Barney! If you people continue to call me Barney, his opponent is going to pay for it. You tell these people to call me Barney. They paid to get in here. If you don't shut up, I'm going to leave. All right, fans, we're going to be slated for a
Cruiserweight title tournament.
And his opponent, and his victim, from Neverland, weighing 165 pounds, let's hear it for Shane Steele!
All right, Shane Steele, one half of Utah Wild, makes his way down here to ringside. As part of the Cruiserweight title tournament, I anticipate that there will be a winner in this tournament tonight. Shane Steele and Tony Giuliani. Since the last time we've seen Giuliani here on film and tape, Giuliani is reverting back to his old ways of throwing out the rule book. And this time has acquired the managerial services of one Buddy Rose Jr., the illustrious Playboy Buddy Rose Jr. Evidently, there is a bell absent from the building here tonight. Nonetheless, we have action on a collar elbow tie-up. Giuliani and Shane Steele set for action. Buddy Rose Jr. interfering. He's lifting up his fist like he's ready to fight. Shane Steele drops to one knee, steps, collar elbow. Giuliani with a nice fireman's carry takeover and comes up with an armbar. Crowd solidly behind Shane Steele. Understand Crazy K and Nick Fury also going to be in the tournament as well, and a bit later we're going to have a tag team tournament. This is the first card ever for Third Rock Wrestling, and they plan on being right here in Columbus, North Carolina every month. Right here in the Recreation Center in Columbus. All right, we got an overhand top wrist lock. Giuliani trying to take Shane Steele down. Shane Steele grabs a hold of a finger and a wrist, turns it into an arm wringer. Crowd very vocal behind Shane Steele. Shane Steele with a hammer lock. So far keeping a ground-based attack. If Shane Steele were to come out the winner in tonight's match, he could possibly wind up taking on Crazy K. That's his partner in Utah Wild most of the time. All right, Giuliani with a headlock, cranks it on. Shoots from the hip to a hip lock takeover. And he still maintains his grip on the headlock. Giuliani with a punch driving it right in his face. Giuliani with an arm wringer. Shane Steele responds in kind with an arm wringer of his own. Clamps onto a headlock. Shane Steele attempting and successfully catapults his man over with a hip lock takeover. Shoots from the hip. All right, Shane Steele maintaining the grip. Big flying tackle. comes off of the ropes, and the crowd roars their approval. Shane Steele goes over his man. Giuliani attempting a hip toss. Giuliani misses a lariat. Giuliani will a tackle off the rope. Giuliani with a knee drop right into the back of the head. Giuliani raining down with punches onto the head of Shane Steele. And he's going to try to choke his man. Buddy Rose Jr. throws him right out of the ring and attacks him right here in plain view. He's going to throw him right back in the ring. All right, Giuliani sets Shane Steele for the ride. Shane Steele with an elbow smash. High crossbody press, but doesn't cover him. He returned for the cover. Couldn't put him away. Baseball slide under his leg. Rolling reverse cradle, but didn't quite get it locked. Instead, he improvised with a pinning combination. Lariat. Schoolboy cradle. 2 count only. Giuliani misses a lariat. Variation thereof over rock bottom. Shane Steele climbing up through the rope, to the top turnbuckle. Perched and ready. Giuliani hits those ropes. He knocks them off. Giuliani going to climb up. Sets his man up for a superplex. He's got him up, hoisted. He drops and connects. Giuliani puts his knee down across his throat to choke him. Buddy Rose Jr. pacing around ringside. Take a look at that sneaky individual. Giuliani with a backbreaker. Take a look at Buddy Rose Jr. He's going to blatantly interfere. Smashes his man right across the chest with a forearm shot. Giuliani with the boot rakes it right across his face. The laces connect. Shane Steele snapmare to the canvas. Steele with a knee drop. Giuliani stepping on his throat. Very vicious, tell you that. Giuliani certainly had a change of heart of late. No doubt about it, but you know when I first saw him, this guy would throw out the rule book and stay that way for quite some time, and probably the missing link in his career was Buddy Rose Jr., as bad as I hate to say it. Suplex, rather. We saw a superplex earlier, but that was a standing vertical suplex. All right, one of these men will advance in the Cruiserweight title tournament, no doubt. Giuliani has a surfboard, has it locked. Steps right in between his shoulder blades. with the flat of his foot. Once again, Giuliani doing a number on Shane Steele. Big back body drop. Only a count of 2 at this point in time. All right, he's got Shane Steele up. Hooks him into standing guillotine, the abdominal stretch. And take a look, Buddy Rose Jr. lending a hand, and the official does not catch it. Referee's checking on Shane Steele to see if he'll give up. And once again, Buddy Rose Jr. lending some interference. Now he'll deny that he's doing this, but take a look right here in plain day. Plain as day, I should say, rather. Well, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my cliches tonight. For that, I definitely apologize. Shane Steele responds with a series of punches. Giuliani stumbles into the ropes, and he's sent for the big back body drop. Shane Steele down on his knees. Steele to the top turnbuckle. Hurt on a clothesline coming off of there, and it did connect. He's got him covered, but Buddy Rose Jr. has the referee's attention. We got 3, 4. Referee is tied up with Buddy Rose Jr. He obviously can't see what's going on. Shane Steele's wanting to deck him, but at the same time, he's lost his focus on Giuliani. Giuliani took a wild swing and missed. Embrace. Shane Steele trying something like a power bomb, but just took a jackknife. Got a slingshot coming up here. Giuliani sends him into a turnbuckle. Got him for a choke. Hoist him up. Choke like a power bomb. And Giuliani. Shane Steele thrown out of the ring. Tony Giuliani gets the Duke.
And that win will move him into the second bracket of the Cruiserweight title tournament. What, you gonna say that cheating? Are you gonna say that interfered? Well, I can't say that. Let me do it live, just like all these people. Cheat.
Giuliani along with Buddy Rose Jr. get a victory. Hey, it might not have been the most sportsmanlike victory, but nonetheless, Giuliani and Buddy Rose Jr. get the win. All right, upcoming, we got more with Third Rock Wrestling.
And their opponent from Amityville, New York, weighing in at a total combined weight of
right, the Bringers of Death and the Lewis brothers set for tag team action. And let's not forget that Summer Lewis is at ringside along with her husband, Norton Lewis, along with his brother, Cruiser Lewis. All right, this tag team across the way, the Bringers of Death, have been very impressive no matter where they go. I've seen them in various independents. And this tag team combination definitely, even though relatively new to wrestling, already getting quite a reputation. Right off the bat, to kick things off, we got Morbid attacking Cruiser Lewis from behind. And joining me out here for color commentary, I want to introduce a man who I've commented with in the past, not necessarily good to see, but I want to thank you for coming out, the Playboy Buddy Rose.
You know what? The pleasure's all yours. You should be thanking me. You can go ahead and get up off your knees. You don't have to bow to me. Only on camera do you need to do that. Right now, I'm out here scouting teams. I've already got a team, and I'm going to see who our competition is, if there's any competition here. And if, for those of you that don't know, I manage the Symphony of Destruction, Mack Truck and Viper, the brothers in arms.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, this is the first show for Third Rock Wrestling, the debut, if you will. And I'm going to tell you what, look at the array of talent. I know you've never probably seen them.
You've got talent all over. Cruiser and Norton Lewis, they go way back. I've seen these guys. They're all over the place. But they're nothing for the Symphony of Destruction. The BOD, this is the first time I've ever seen these guys. But they're not even going to get past Cruiser and Norton Lewis, so I don't have to worry about these two. These two guys will be sweeping the parking lot next week.
Well, and don't forget, a little bit later, we're going to be seeing that Lethal Injection. That's Mike Payne and Dr. Feelgood. Man, what a team.
I've had many battles myself with those two guys. I'm not worried about those two guys. My guys are going to run all over everybody here in 3RW.
Well, you know, nonetheless, I will say this. It's good to see you, even though these people don't think so. I know that out here you've been managing, commentating. One question. What's up with your wrestling career? Is it on hold, or are you a jack of all trades?
I'm a jack of all trades, and I master them all. You know what, whether it's managing wrestling, commentating, it doesn't matter. I do what I want to do because I'm the fabulous Playboy. I do what I want to do when I want to do it and how I want to do it.
All right, I guess that's fair enough.
Now let's get back to the match. Look at this. You know, cheating. You wouldn't see the fabulous Playboy or anybody associated with the fabulous Playboy doing that.
I don't know about that. I've been around you long enough to know, and we in our opening match just proved otherwise.
Hey, Tony Giuliani, another winner. The man right down the center, the best around. Tony Giuliani, man. And they fixed one darn good pizza, too.
Sound kind of prejudiced if you ask me.
Oh, you just mad because I don't eat some chain store pizza? That I like real Italian pizza? Well, you got a problem with real Italian pizza? Heck, I bet you ain't got a problem with food, period, Dan Paris. Have you seen the scale lately? Probably not, because your belly's in the way.
Oh, I've seen it. You know, I've definitely...
You walk past it on your way to the buffet. You know, look at the fabulous Playboy. I've slimmed down. I'm in the best shape of my life. Going from 275 pounds to 202 luxurious Playboy beautiful pounds.
You know, I will admit, this is probably the best shape I've ever seen you in.
Yeah, and I'm not round anymore, unlike you.
But can you do something about those damn vocal cords is what I want to know.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to... People love my voice. They love to hear me talk. You know, I could stand out here all day. We don't need to wrestle. They just want to see the fabulous Playboy.
About that, I've heard them call you every name in the book earlier.
What are you trying to... Are you trying to start a Barney chant? Are you trying to get these people to call me Barney? My name is not Barney. I wear purple. Big deal. Real men wear purple. It's called the Purple and Black Attack. That's what it is. Look at this. Cheating, they didn't tag. Referee, I don't know where he's at.
That's Morbid and Thug is changing, and right now that's Morbid in the ring, dropping his weight on the Cruiser Lewis. Hey, I figured these guys would be somebody right down your alley.
They're not Mack Truck and Viper. They're not the Symphony of Destruction. That's who I am worried about, the Symphony of Destruction. They're my team. They're the guys that I'm going to hold together. They're the guys that I'm going to take to all the gold here in 3RW.
So in other words, you're just out here just to scout and show no partiality to the other team.
You know what? It doesn't matter who we face. We're going to defeat them. It does not matter. It just truly, there's really no competition here. You know, we could have just come out here tonight and sit around and we'd still be the favorites to win the tag team tournament.
All right, we got Morbid working on the leg of Cruiser Lewis, and you know the Bringers of Death, they're relatively new. The Lewis brothers been around for quite some time. Experience is definitely favoring the Lewis brothers, but these BOD, I've seen them in different organizations of late. They have definitely pulled off some impressive wins.
They got the BO part right. These two guys stink. They are not the Symphony of Destruction. You want to see a real team? You look at the Brothers in Arms. The Symphony of Destruction, Mack Truck and Viper.
All right, we got Thug in there. He's going to get...
And by the way, I've got to ask you, how's your old buddy, none other than Chuck?
I'm afraid that Charlie Babb is indeed doing quite well. He's working for other organizations.
And see, I wasn't actually going to mention his name, but since you have to give that poor man a plug every time you see him, or excuse me, every time somebody mentions his name, you're always plugging your buddy Charlie Babb.
Well, I'll plug you when you're not around. You know, I'm glad you're out here.
I would appreciate it if you didn't plug me.
Hey, I'm not that kind of guy. I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Hey, let's get back to the match here, Dan Parrish.
Well, first of all, for the record, you know, what you do in your spare time and what he does in his spare time is none of my business.
Hey, are you going to get back to the match? Are you going to get back to the fact that Cruiser Lewis is beating up on this, what's his name, Morbid, or...
Yeah, that's Morbid taking a...
Morphin, or whatever his name is, or Morphine, or... You know, it doesn't matter. Cruiser Lewis is just beating the dog doo-doo out of him anyhow.
He reverses an Irish whip. Morbid with a lariat. Both of these guys in a short period, a tremendous amount of
Back
beating.
to the leg. You know, I've got to hand it to the BOD. That is smart wrestling. Stay on a body part. Stay on one body part and make it hurt. Make Cruiser Lewis make him feel the pain. Make him just wrench and scream and, you know, make him hurt that leg.
Sound like you're some sort of sadistic individual, if you ask me.
You know what? I'm all about grabbing a body part and just working it and working it and working it until the man screams in agony, in pain, and where he can't take anymore, where he's just got to start tapping that mat saying, I can't handle anymore. It's time for me to go to the locker room and get a shower and go back to my day job doing the fries at McDonald's.
Is that what you do?
No, I don't do French fries at McDonald's.
What it sounded like you said. Double
I'm talking
team.
about them getting back to their day job, not me. I don't have a day job.
Lost power. I don't know what happened in here.
Probably you stepping on the cord over there. Yeah, let's get back to this match. Like I said, the BOD on one body part. They're working that leg. They're working on that knee. When Cruiser Lewis is done here, he's going to need orthoscopic surgery just to put the knee back together.
Well, you know, he does have a history of knee problems, as does Norton Lewis, so I don't know who tipped him off on that.
You know, maybe it's time for Norton and Cruiser Lewis to just hang up the bit and call it a career. You know, maybe their heyday is gone. We realize they're not the Symphony of Destruction, but, you know, I'm starting to get a little impressed with the BOD here.
I thought you would. I mean, I alluded to the fact that they're somewhat your cup of tea earlier.
Oh, well, although, you know, they do cheat a little bit, you know. I can break them of that habit.
Like you don't.
I don't. And by the way, I think I'm going to be running for a public office. Yeah, I think politics might be right up my alley. You know, I'm an honest guy.
All right, Cruiser Lewis.
Oh, he couldn't quite get there. You know, you just got to hate when that happens.
Inches away from the tag.
And Norton Lewis just doesn't look like he wants to get in there and have any piece of that. You know, maybe he's trying to save his knees for another day.
Maybe, but, you know, I haven't seen him walk away from a battle yet. I'll say that.
No, but I've seen him run a couple times. Of course, he was chasing somebody.
Probably you.
What are you trying to say? You trying to say that I'm a coward? You trying to say that I have a yellow streak? What are you trying to say? Don't hold back, Dan Paris. I'm right here. Say what you feel.
Well, I've seen you been chased around ringside in many, many matches. Sometimes you stick your hands in there where they don't belong, and I've seen people drag you in there. So, yeah, I wouldn't put it past you to run out of an arena.
Again, I wish you would just go ahead and come clean. Say what you feel. And don't hold back.
Well, I just did. I
Make
mean,
your four-leg lock. No, you didn't. You're spouting off garbage.
all right, we do have a figure four.
Yeah, and
Morbid hanging on, and Thug assisting from the
he's
outside.
not assisting. Morbid is holding Thug up so he doesn't fall down on the floor.
Do you have an equilibrium problem?
Yes, he does. Equilibrium problem. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Summer Lewis outside, encouraging the
It's a
Lewis.
reversal. It's a reversal. Cruiser Lewis rolling Morbid up and rolling. He's got the ropes. He's got to break it now. I know that rule. You when in doubt, grab the ropes and get out.
You actually know a rule.
Yeah, when in doubt, roll out and grab the rope and get out. You know, the ropes are your friends. The only friends you have in that ring. You know,
In your case, I would agree.
They won't come up with a rule to give us timeouts. You know, yeah, every now and then you need a little timeout.
All right, we got an exchange in Morbid and Cruiser Lewis.
Morbid's getting the worst end of it. Yeah. The last thing you want to do is get in a fisticuffs with Cruiser Lewis.
Like a bolo forearm, and down goes Thug off the apron.
He's like a bulldozer running rampant.
Clothesline.
Double clothesline, both men down.
Yes, indeed. Both men took the worst of that, that's for sure.
This referee, I bet you he couldn't count to 10 if he had to.
You know, I actually will agree with that.
I don't know where this man went to school, probably somewhere here in North Carolina, or to the neighboring state of South Carolina. You know, their education system isn't much better. Actually, it's worse.
We got a double tag. Thug comes in, as does Norton Lewis.
Big clothesline by Norton Lewis. Another thunderous clothesline. Big body slam.
Coming in, cleaning house.
And another big body slam. Cleaning house like he was the woman of the place.
Let's not get you on that subject.
What, woman's work? What, I'll say it, woman's work. And you know what? I got a big surprise.
Hold on. We got company.
Surprise!
Mike Payne and Dr. Feelgood. They got Summer Lewis. They're dragging her off.
Goodbye, Summer. See you later. Have a nice trip.
And they're hauling her off in the meantime.
Oh, you're going to take her and go. Uh-oh. What in the world?
Cruiser and Norton Lewis going out.
Yeah, what do? They save her? Uh-oh, this might get the BOD the win we were looking for. I mean,
You were looking for.
Look, get back to this. You know, it looks like the Lewis brothers going to get counted out.
I think you just put your foot in your mouth, you know?
What? What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
The win we were looking for.
What, you were looking for a win here by the BOD? Well, that was a good call by you, Dan Paris. Congratulations on making that call.
We heard it on tape. The win you were looking for.
Well, hey, my God, look at the time. I got to go. I'll be back later.
All right, thanks for coming out. The illustrious Playboy. I smell a rat, that's for sure. Something's going on with that sneaky individual. The bringers of death. They get an upset victory by countout. In the meantime, all this is happening. Man, lethal injection come out. It takes Summer Lewis to the back. Lewis brothers get counted out. A controversial call. We got more. This is Big Mac Truck.
You know, one of that crazy tell come out. First, you're going to see the
comes Viper.
What you talking about, heavyweight? Hey, you're my brother. We're supposed to come out here and destroy all the other tag teams and bring home the tag team gold for the Symphony of Destruction. And you're talking about a heavyweight tag team match? Wait a minute, guys. Come on. First of all, wait, come on, guys. Not in front of all these people. Come on, between the three of us. Come on, come on, we're family. Come on. Look. Look, now you're gonna ruin the surprise. Now you've ruined the surprise. Man, we got you a shot at the hardcore title. Listen to me. Heavyweight champion, hardcore champion, tag team champion. Go over the Symphony of Destruction. The brothers in arms. Matt Truck, the heavyweight champion. Viper, the hardcore champion. Nobody in this building does it hardcore like Viper. Nobody. That's right, I am the hardcore icon. Matt Truck, if you're going to come out here and wrestle for a heavyweight championship, just guarantee me one thing. You bring home the belt, I bring home the hardcore belt. Then Viper and Matt Truck comes out here and destroys the tag team, and we bring home the tag belt too to hold all the gold in the Symphony of Destruction. Hey man, that's all good, but first I've got to go get ready for my very important match against the Black Angel for the heavyweight title. Then we'll talk about that later. Let's go ahead.
Sounds like Mack Truck just blew off Viper.
You know what? If we did not have other things to do, I'd come down there and smack that ugly look off your face. Hey, let me tell you something, Mr. Bianchi. You're sitting over there with the Hooded Viper chair sign. Let me tell you something, son. About 50 years ago, when your mom was laid up in a horse trough, the best part of eating that Mount Red ended up as a train in the hay. So you better put that sign down before I come out there and smack your glasses off your face and embarrass you in front of your dog. The last time you see this much hair is on your right side. You know what? He's just mad because I've got more hair on my head than he does. The last time he seen this much hair, he was shaving his white face. Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't want to insult his family. Now,
All right, here comes Crazy Kane. Cruiserweight tournament. This guy's on Ritalin or something. I don't know what the heck's wrong with him. I have no idea. Anyway,
and his opponent, from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 160 pounds, Nick Fury.
I do know that Nick Fury weighs more than that. Give or take about 20 pounds. Both of these guys extremely popular with the crowd. We're looking at another round in the cruiserweight title tournament. You know, I want to quickly say, Cruiser and Norton Lewis counted out. Wait a minute, Crazy K a little rough with that handshake. Trash talking a little bit. The Lewis brothers earlier eliminated by countout in the Bringers of Death match. And I'm going to tell you what, the BOD might have got this. Something started. All right, we got action. We got action. You know, I want to say one last thing about the topic is I don't think we've seen the last of that. Crazy K and Nick Fury shook hands, and right off the bat, it got pretty rough. Crazy K jumping over his back, pulls him down by his shoulder blades, twists and turns in midair with a leg drop across his neck. All right, Nick Fury to the outside. Body press. Crazy K asking for the fans' approval. Dove outside and he wiped him out. Nick Fury taking a series of punches sent for the ride. Crazy K ducked the lariat. Hey, Nick Fury with a like a wheelbarrow type of suplex. Crowd seems to be equally supportive of both of these guys in this matchup, no doubt about it. Nick Fury stomping away on the side of the head of Crazy K. Fury punches his man and knocks him down. Fury sending Crazy K for the ride. Just hit him with a lariat, connected. Count of two. Snapmare's Crazy K down. Fury kicked him right in the back of the neck. A second kick right into the back of the neck. Nick Fury with a body slam. He missed a standing moonsault. Man. All right, earlier in light heavyweight or cruiserweight action, we saw Tony Giuliani defeat Shane Steele. Now, Crazy K and Nick Fury, one of the two, will face Shane Steele later tonight. Crazy K usually teams with Shane Steele. It could be partner versus partner. Nick Fury could win this match either way you go. Wait a minute. Fans, I tell you what, I apologize. Giuliani got the win over Shane Steele. They could have been Shane Steele and Crazy K. Earlier, I had Buddy Rose Jr. out here. He got me all turned around, and it was, for a moment there, his own show. But it'll be Giuliani that'll face Crazy K or Nick Fury in this, whoever comes out the winner in this matchup. All right, Fury covers his man. Can't put him away yet. Backs him up, sends him for the ride. Nick Fury. There you see him, man. We didn't catch it. He went over that turnbuckle so fast that he crashed on the hardwood floor. He bounced right off of that turnbuckle. He hit the floor. Crazy K with a baseball slide drop kick. He just hit Nick Fury. Crazy K kicking away to Nick Fury outside. Crowd seems to be split between these two. Oh, Crazy K crashes into the ring post. Nick Fury sent him for a crash landing. Chopping him right in the chest. Crazy K goes down on the hardwood floor. Evidently, friendship has been thrown out the window in this one. Nick Fury sends Crazy K into the corner, but he leaps over his man. He has him up on his shoulders, and he drops him. Crowd very receptive to this matchup. Front face lock, laces his leg over the back of his neck, drives him right into the mat. And wait a minute, we got Buddy Rose Jr. and Tony Giuliani out here. In the meantime, Nick Fury hits a suplex. Giuliani and Rose all of a sudden walking in the camera view, scouting this match, if you will. Giuliani earlier advanced. Big back body drop by Nick Fury. Nick Fury kicks Crazy K in the back of the head. Kicks him right in the forehead. Count of two, Nick Fury. Nick Fury trying to put Crazy K away. We're going to set him up on the turnbuckle. Giuliani and Buddy Rose Jr. out here keeping an eye on things, and let's hope neither interfere. Crazy K shoves Fury off. He's perched and ready on the turnbuckle. He jumped off and tried to hit him with like maybe a Hurricane Rana, I don't know. But he caught him with his hip. Fury went down, but I'm sure that's not what Crazy K had intended. Back in Nick Fury in the corner turnbuckle. Jumps up in the air, martial arts kick. Rolls, drop kick. Right into the chest of Nick Fury. All right, Fury sends K into the rope. We got a drop kick by Nick Fury. Nick Fury looking for crowd approval, but doesn't get it this time. Nick Fury with like a crucifix on the mat. Has an arm bar and a leg lock. Well, the leg locked around the other arm. Punching away. Working this move kind of like an abdominal stretch. All right, Crazy K turns the tide of the battle. Giuliani's on the apron, and in the ring, he just kicks, suplexes Crazy K. Referee might have heard this, but he didn't see it. Giuliani is kicked. Giuliani goes right into Buddy Rose Jr. Official sees Giuliani in the ring. In the meantime, Crazy K, sunset flip, Nick Fury. Crazy K gets the win.
The winner of the match is advancing into the second round of the Cruiserweight title tournament.
All right, we're getting a prelude. Crazy K and Giuliani going at it. Giuliani goes down. Buddy Rose Jr. on the ring apron. Nick Fury splashes Giuliani. Crazy K tries to rough up Buddy Rose Jr.
Let's hear it for Crazy K and Nick.
Crazy K gets the win.
Ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you people don't shut up, I'm not gonna say. What can I not say? I am good shit.
Saw an interview post preview, I guess you could say, preview interview back. Manslaughter is he took off his mask, no no longer wears the hockey mask when he's wrestling. You're talking about a crazy-looking individual. Yeah, looks like somebody took... Looks like somebody took hold.
Hey, and you people want to talk about my hair? My God, what happened to your head? For the freak, the raiment was on it. Not a freak, is that?
Crowd really owned the back of Viper really bad. This is a hardcore match. I'm not certain if to fill the vacant hardcore title or not, but Manslaughter and Viper to go. And match number 4, as I alluded to earlier, Viper now has dropped the face guard. Manslaughter's dropped the face guard, I should say. And take a look at him, man. He looks like he's been in a mine shaft. All this mess all over him. Viper with a headlock. Got a tackle. Both men take the tackle. Nobody budging. Got a clothesline. Both of these guys wrapped up in the corner turnbuckle. Manslaughter firing away punches on the Viper. And Manslaughter punches him in the side of the head. Manslaughter sending Viper for the ride. Viper with a boot to the midsection. Viper with a neck breaker. Manslaughter looks like he's in somewhat of trouble here. Kick to the midsection and a DDT by Viper. Count of 2. Hadn't got down. Uh-oh. Viper, a miniature trash can, a cookie sheet, 2 more cookie sheets, another small can. There's a chair, trash can lid. Right across Viper's head. Manslaughter unloads. Trash can lid as well. Manslaughter may act like he's a little slow and deranged, but evidently he ain't quite so crazy after all. Going outside after Viper, he smashed his head into ring post. Buddy Rose Jr. has his shoe in his hand. And take a look, he said, "I never run." We heard him say that earlier on tape. "I never run from anybody." He just ran from Manslaughter. And he's still running, one shoe on and all. In the meantime, Manslaughter punching the head of Viper. Smashing him right into a wooden pillar. Still got him. the back of the arena. We'll take a closer look. We're back on the other side. Hey, just used him like a step. I think we could definitely pick up on that, but you could tell by the way he went up and over. Stepped on him like he was a step. He's got him in a headlock. Buddy Rose Jr. interfering. That's something else he claims he never does. Trash can over the head. Buddy Rose Jr. tosses the trash can, small trash can to Viper. Viper has been lacerated. Blood coming out of his head. The chair that Viper had up, hurt, is gone. The reversal of an Irish whip. Oh, Manslaughter's going to improvise here. He hit him low. Viper's still bleeding, and I mean profusely. Manslaughter punches him right in the side of the face, and again, climbing up after him, punches this man. He has him in a front face lock. Now he could have a superplex. All this debris in the ring, a very dangerous situation. Viper goes crashing down. He doesn't land on any of the debris. Count of two only. Viper gets one shoulder up. Manslaughter says it's going to be time for a moonsault. We've seen this a lot of times. Up, perch. Hey, went for a senton. You never know what he's going for. He missed that one. Viper up on the top turnbuckle, misses an Alabama jam. Take a look at Buddy Rose Jr. He's interfering just as plain can be. Choking away on the Manslaughter. Viper has the trash can lid sit in the corner trying to buckle. Viper went into it head first. Plans go awry. Buddy Rose Jr. unconcerned about his condition, saying get up and win that title. Viper and Manslaughter still battling. And here on the floor, wait a minute, he's got an old table, an old worn out table. Buddy Rose Jr. helping move. They got a table over there. We can't. Just hit him with some sort of object. I don't know what it was. Buddy Rose Jr. with his shoe hit manslaughter. We got manslaughter on the table. Viper on the apron. Drove it through that table. Table collapsed. Count of 2 on the floor. Viper couldn't pin manslaughter out there. Man, they're in a blind spot. Only thing we can really see is crash and Buddy Rose Jr. arguing with a referee. Manslaughter being picked up by Viper. He's going to try to pile drive him. Tight body drop on the hardwood floor. Manslaughter kicked Viper. Threw him right into what's left of that table. Viper's thrown into the ring. Manslaughter still working over Viper in the corner. Series of punches. Slams his man. Now he missed the senton earlier. He's going for another or maybe a moonsault. We'll never know. You can never tell with this unpredictable individual. He hit the moonsault. He hit it. Full blast. He connected. Manslaughter kicked his man right in the midsection. Has him set up for a pump handle slam and dropped him. Tell you what, boy, I've got some speech problems tonight, and I don't know why. Hey, we're out here on the floor. Buddy Rose Jr. Gonna break it up. Manslaughter and Viper exchanging blows out here. Somebody hit Viper in the back of the head with a cane. Out of that curtain. Manslaughter has the hardcore title. I don't know who. We couldn't tell who.
the first ever Third Rock Wrestling Hardcore Champion,
All right, we'll be back with more Third Rock Wrestling. All right, we're back. Tag team action. Tournament continues. All right, we got Wicked. Will Snap. Dr. Tell you what, Mike Payne and Dr. Feelgood came out during a tag team match with the Bringers of Death, getting a count-out win over Cruiser and Norton Lewis, and it was bad medicine. I'll tell you what, man, Lethal Injection used to be Dr. Feelgood and Dr. Love, his brother. I don't know what I thought that for, but anyway, bad medicine. You know, heck, Mike Payne, Dr. Feelgood, been around for quite some time as tag team action, tag team competition. Will Snap. In the meantime, is Wicked. We understand. Here comes Buddy Rose Jr. and there ain't many chairs in here.
This is pitiful. I got to supply my own chair. And I want to tell you, quite possibly, they are the worst country band I've ever heard in my life.
Country band.
Yeah. I mean, did that sound like George Jones? George Strait? It barely sounded like George of the Jungle.
I don't know, but it sent me out in the parking lot. I know I had to cut off the tape. There was a band.
Hey, I don't want to know what you were doing in the parking lot. Let's get back to the match.
Trying to preserve my hearing. That's all I was trying to do, you know. I don't know what you call that, but...
I stayed and listened to the band. I can't hear a thing.
Boy, you're full of contradiction.
Huh?
You're full of contradiction. And you know, earlier tonight, I do want to elaborate and say I did see you taking a run around ringside. What was that all about, man?
I'll tell you exactly what it was. I'm an opportunist, man. When Manslaughter went down, I seen my opportunity to win the hardcore title, and that referee had his head shoved so far up his keister that he blew my chance of being the champion. But that's all right. No, it's not all right, because Viper should be the champion.
Well, I'm sure you're going to try to get him another crack at that title, right?
You know I am, but we're concentrate now on Mack Truck winning the heavyweight title and then the Symphony of Destruction winning the tag team titles.
I understand Mack Truck has a crack at the Black Angel, the top 2 contenders for the heavyweight title. That's later tonight.
Black Angel, he's nothing, you know. If it weren't for him, if he had a partner, he might be somebody. But the Black Angel by himself, he's nothing. He's nothing. It'd be a cakewalk, you know. Let's get back to this match. You know, Bad Medicine out here, Dr. Feelgood and Mike Payne. You know, I underestimated them a little earlier. You know, they think on their feet. They're a good quality tag team. And this other team of Wicked and his partner here, they're cheating.
Will Snap.
Well, Snap, whatever his name is, they're cheating. Look at that. They're going to try to break the man's arm.
Hey, that's a knee drop. It's perfectly legal.
But they're going to try to break the man's arm. And these people out here calling me Joe Dirt, I don't see the resemblance.
Maybe in hairstyle, and, you know, that's about it.
I still don't see it. But you know what? Even if I did, Joe Dirt was a cool guy, man. David Spade is the man. You hear this guy? He's funny, man. David Spade's a good guy.
All right.
You're just mad, Dan Paris, because you can't grow hair like I grow hair.
No, I'm happy I can't grow hair like you grow hair.
Yeah, and they want to talk about my hair. Look at the hair in the band. Not one of them's got a decent set of natural hair. You got a singer that's got a goatee that's about 10 different colors. You got the man playing the drums back there, beating on the bongos, that looks like he stuck his finger in an electrical socket. And y'all want to talk about my hair?
So you like the band, huh?
I'm telling you, they are quite possibly the worst country band I've ever heard in my life.
They ain't country music, I can guarantee you that. We got a power slam. Will Snap on the Mike Payne. 2 count only.
Dr. Feelgood getting in there to break up the count, just like a good tag team partner should. Thumb to the eye, that'll stop you every time.
Yeah, he cut him off right there. Will Snap with a drop toe hold. Arm drag.
I look like a hair pull. Yeah, Dr. Feelgood complaining about the hair pull. I was right, I saw it. He pulled his hair. Will Snap pulling his hair.
We got an arm wringer by Will Snap on the Feelgood. He just raked his eyes. Snap mares him down. Leg drop. By the way, real quickly, I want to make mention Viper and Mack Truck having words earlier.
No. See, you're taking that all out of context. It's all part of a master plan. We're going to be the tag team champions. The hardcore title thing didn't pan out quite the way we wanted it to, but we're going to have the heavyweight title and the tag team titles. And all that matters is we have some gold.
I know that I personally think that there's trouble in paradise.
Well, look, keep your personal feelings to yourself. Whatever you and your girlfriend, whatever kind of problems y'all have in paradise, see a therapist, buy her some flowers and maybe take care of that.
Well, that's not, I think you might have misunderstood. I'm thinking that your team might be...
Wait a minute, I misunderstood. So it's not a girlfriend? That thing about you, no, man, I'm sliding over.
No, and that's nothing like that. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But I think what I'm saying, your tag team is going to be called Self-Destruction.
No. See, you got it all wrong. It's Symphony of Destruction. They're brothers in arms, man. You can't take anything away from a brother tag team. These guys, there's no problems at all.
Did you not realize that in the times of the biblical days, Cain and Abel were brothers and they also had dissension?
Well, you know what? That's another manager's problem, man. Now, I got to worry about my tag team. Get back to the match, Dan Paris.
I can see that you have no sense of history whatsoever.
History? Yeah, let me tell you a little history. Viper and Mack Truck have held tag team titles, heavyweight titles, and hardcore titles in every organization they've ever been a part of, and 3RW will be no exception.
Third Rock Wrestling, the first show they've had right here in Columbus, North Carolina. An impressive showing. We got a
Boy, roll up.
Wicked couldn't pin Dr. Feelgood. Super kick.
Yeah, Wicked couldn't pin Dr. Feelgood if he had to. See, just like I told you, the band's going to pack it up and take it home because they know nobody likes their style of country music.
Yeah. You know, I don't know, but the drummer over there looks like he might have hard-weighed. Look at his beard.
Yeah, it looks like he hardway. He's not even a drummer. He's a singer. Look, man, put your shoes back on, man. The cold odor eaters, get a couple.
Looks like he's been in a hardcore match from the way he looks.
Looks like he plugged his finger into a light socket and all of his hair jumped up. Then you got this singer here. It looks like his goatee threw up. And look at the Rudy guy over here. Look, you're lucky I don't play piano, buddy. I'll climb up. You don't want none of me. You're lucky I don't play piano.
This guy's getting ready to clump you.
Look here, buddy. There ain't nothing in between us but air and opportunity. And there with the air.
See, you're having problems with these guys. Well, we got Wicked attempting a sunset flip.
Back to the match. Back to the match.
Mike Payne with a clothesline.
Mike Payne needs to fix his drawers there.
Mike Payne is mooning Columbus, North Carolina.
Yeah, we need to tighten the string on Mike Payne's tights there. A bad moon was arising.
Wicked taking a variation of the heart attack. 2 count only. Tell you what, I don't know if these tournaments will be resolved all in one night. The Third Rock Wrestling looks like it's here to stay.
And I tell you what, the crowd that we have on hand here tonight, they're excited. And I know every one of them's going to go home and talk about the great time they've had and the fact that they got to see the fabulous Playboy live and in living color.
Oh, yeah.
See, you even agree with me, Dan Paris. Look, why aren't you telling the people about Memphis, Tennessee? You want to talk about my wrestling career? Let's talk about how I stomped a mud hole and the legend, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Talk about how you got beat by Jimmy Valiant in Memphis, Tennessee.
You know, apparently you didn't see the same match that I was in. Yo, I beat up a legend. I beat up a dinosaur. I beat up a man. And it's all because Jimmy Valiant didn't have what it takes to beat the fabulous Playboy.
You guys ought to got along good. You being Barney and him being a dinosaur, y'all ought to hit it off real well.
What are you trying to say? You know, are you trying to insult the legend, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant? You wait till I see him. I'm going to tell him.
All right, we've
Wait
got...
a minute. What are you talking about? Yes, he's a dinosaur.
And people say you are too. They call you Barney out here. I've heard them all night long.
You know what? I'm about ready to not talk to you anymore.
Getting ready to do what?
I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Okay. You know,
Hey, Paris, I want to tell you, you got Dr. Feelgood and Mike Payne up here. A headbutt by Mike Payne, the Wicked.
thought you wasn't going to talk to me anymore.
You know what? I'm trying to do this match. Between you and these people out here, Mike Payne, apparently Wicked's got something caught in his stroke. Mike Payne's trying to help him out. He had to have been picked on at least once or twice.
Well, you've really got the band all tore up. All right, Mike Payne with a front chancery. On to Wicked. Wicked in bad need of a tag. Will snap.
Here's his broken drumstick to remind you how your leg will look in the morning.
You know what? If you knew how to play drums, you wouldn't break your damn drumsticks. You know, and I tell you, I bet you that thing probably only cost you $2, but you know, that's twice as much as you all made tonight.
Safe to say that you'll probably buy a ticket to see these guys sometime, huh?
Yeah, and as soon as you pick me up, we'll head on over to the club.
I don't want to be seen out in public with you.
you're in public now. What do you mean?
This is because we're here to do a tape. You know, we're here
Dr. Feelgood accidentally sent Mike Payne to the floor.
by accident. Mike Payne
I said accidental. Accidental.
took a bad spill. Yeah. Both guys need a
Took a
tag.
bad what? Are you going to speak English anytime tonight? Do I have to decipher your country boy redneck stuff?
I said he took a bad spill.
You mean a spill? Not a spill, a spill.
All right, Will Snap is indeed snapping, working over Feelgood. Wicked on the Payne. All four men. Here comes the Lewis
Hey,
brothers.
what is this? The Lewis brothers.
Lewis brothers working over Wicked. And
You know
Will
what?
Snap.
The Lewis brothers helping out bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match has been ruled a no contest. A draw.
Summer Lewis with a low blow to Dr. Feelgood,
Mike Payne begging.
begging for mercy.
Lewis brothers about to do a number on him.
Ooh, that looks devastating.
A stunner and a face drop all at once. Mike Payne being drug out of the ring. Will Snap and Wicked.
The Lewis Dominator there on Mike Payne. Yo,
No contest.
you know what? Why did the Lewises come out and stick their nose in Bad Medicine's business? That's just wrong.
Let me tell you something, Will Snap, you guys, we really got nothing against you. But these pieces of crap out here, you think you started something you can't finish. That's just my pain.
Yeah, and Norton Lewis saying that they've opened up something that Bad Medicine can't handle. Yeah, and I tell you, I wouldn't want to mess with Norton Lewis and Cruiser. Well, my name's not none other than Charlie Babs. You know, I'm going to the ring. I got to say something.
All right. The fabulous Playboy, he's really tore up.